welcome to day 21 of the Vegan Weight Watchers Challenge. So I am feeling not very much better, but a little bit better. I am going to take with me some soup because when you're not feeling well, you're supposed to eat soup, right? So apple a day keeps the doctor away, and chicken noodle soup is supposed to make you feel better. So there's no chicken, no noodle going on though. So I don't know if that's gonna count or not, but anyways, I am basically doing something super easy because I really don't feel like cooking, and I really don't feel very good. So I took a little block of tofu and chopped it up into littler pieces, and I'm going to use that as my chicken in the soup. So I'm going to put that in a bowl, and then I'm going to put some mixed veggies in there that are still frozen, but that's fine because by the time I eat them, they will not be frozen any longer. So that's what we've got so far as a base, and that's going to be about it. So there's vegetables and there's tofu, and what I'm going to do is put a little bit of the Better Than Bouillon no chicken base in it to make it into a soup flavor, and then about a teaspoon, to be honest with you. And then I'm just going to I made some hot water in the kettle, and I'm just going to put that over it. And so it's going to end up being soup. Hang on just one second. Okay, so there we go. I know that's really boring, but I think that my stomach can handle that, I would think. And I'm also going to going to ask my husband to make a smoothie for me. So I'm going to have a orange juice and frozen mango and spinach smoothie. I figure the orange juice will be good for me if I'm not feeling well, and fruit and vegetables are always good for you. So that's what I'm gonna do for today. But yeah, I mean, kind of quick and easy soup. It's not like super exciting by any means. You could put some leftover rice or some leftover pasta or some rice cauliflower in there if you wanted to, if you were just wanting something super quick and easy. Or change up the bouillon if you wanted to make it the beef bouillon or the veggie bouillon. Give it a little bit different flavor, and that would work out well too. But that's it for me for now. I am going to get myself ready to go to work, and I will talk to you guys again later. Well, good morning, everyone. So good news. I am feeling better, as in I'm not nearly as nauseous as I was yesterday, last night, or yesterday morning. My throat really hurts still, but otherwise I feel much better, so that's good. I took my soup last night and I did eat it, and it was wonderful, and 0 points. That was great. I took some crackers to eat with it. I did not eat them. I did not feel like trying to crunch the crackers, which would have been like 4 points. I just didn't feel like that at all, so I didn't have those. I did eat my small container of the stuffed pepper soup that I had left, which I will just say is 5 points. It sounds reasonable, 5 points. And it probably is a little bit less than that based on what was in the bowl, but that's fine. I had a cup of tea, which would have been 6 points, but I only drank like a third of it, so we'll just say 3 points, just say I drank half of it. So that's 8. So I decided I wanted something soft and warm, but delicious for breakfast, which I was coming up with trying to figure out all sorts of things. And then I decided, you know what? I've never made for myself. One of the mug cakes. I've made them for my kids before. And I've probably tried it, I would imagine, but I don't remember having eaten one. Maybe I have, but I don't remember. So anyways, I looked at several different recipes online, and Weight Watchers didn't really have anything that was appealing at all, but Chocolate Covered Katie has it's a 1-minute coffee cake in a mug recipe, and it is actually, she calculated out, it's only 3 Weight Watchers points, and that counts using like a butter spread rather than using applesauce, and I'm going to use applesauce. So I'm pretty excited that this is only going to have 3 points. So it does have quite a few ingredients, but there's just teeny tiny little ingredients. There's not very much going on here. So I am going to just go ahead and show you guys this as I get it put together, and so you can see all the ingredients going together, and then it only takes a minute in the microwave, so that's kind of exciting. So let's get started. So the first thing that you're supposed to do is mix the dry ingredients. We're going to mix them here first, and then we're going to mix the wet ingredients here, and then put this in here and mix them. And then this will be for the streusel as well. So the first thing that you want to do is use 3 tablespoons of flour, and it says that you can use spelt, white, oat, or almond. I'm using none of the above. I am using buckwheat, which is organic and it is gluten-free. So 3 tablespoons of that. Okay, and then you want 1/4 of a teaspoon of baking powder, which I actually have 1/8 of a teaspoon measuring utensil out, so we'll just do that twice. And then it says 1/16 pinch of salt. I'm not going to do that. And the next thing says a pinch of uncut stevia or 1 tablespoon of sugar. I'm going to use the 1 tablespoon of sugar because I hate stevia. Maybe some of you guys really like stevia, and that's awesome, but I just do not care for the flavor or the aftertaste of it. I did buy, where is it? Hang on just 1 second. I did buy this monk fruit, and there's different ways you can get this. This one is purely monk fruit. It doesn't have any of the extra fake sugars in it. And I know that you can use this in place of sugar, but I'm really scared to try it without having tried it first. Meaning, I don't want to put it in a recipe and then be like, oh my gosh, this is disgusting, without having tried it first, because I know you're supposed to use like a teeny tiny little bit of this. Like maybe you would use a tablespoon of regular sugar and you might use like 1/8 of a teaspoon of this. So I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to try this at some point, but not this morning. Okay, so we've got those ingredients in there, and now we just have to mix that. I did get out a fork for that purpose. So mix that up, the dry ingredients. Then the wet ingredients are 1 tablespoon of water and 2 teaspoons of water, which I've already actually measured out and put in my little bowl here. And then other wet ingredients are 2 teaspoons of applesauce, and it does say 2 teaspoons oil or buttery spread or applesauce. I am choosing to use organic unsweetened applesauce, and I'm just going to use 2 teaspoons of that. And then you're also supposed to put in 1/4 of a teaspoon of pure vanilla extract, which, there we go. That's 1/4 of a teaspoon. Close enough. So then it says you've combined your dry ingredients and you've now combined your wet ingredients. And it says to put your dry ingredients into your wet ingredients, or the other way around actually. I think it says to combine your wet ingredients into your dry ingredients. Whatever, this is fine. And mix this up. I have to say it's not going to be a very pretty color because I totally forgot about that. Buckwheat, it makes stuff into, like, looks like it has tons of cinnamon in it. Anyway, that's a nice consistency. So there we go. There's that part. Then this part is for the streusel. So you want 1/8 of a teaspoon of cinnamon. That's why I got the 1/8 teaspoon out earlier. Being lazy and not wanting to do a whole bunch of dishes. And 1 1/4 teaspoons of brown sugar. It also says you can use sucant or keto sweetener. So yeah. I don't really have a good measuring device for that. Okay, so 1 1/4 teaspoons would be approximately 1/3 of a tablespoon. That looks like about 1/3 of a tablespoon. Sure. And then 1/2 teaspoon of your applesauce or buttery spread or whatever it is that you were going to use. So 1/2 of a teaspoon. There's that. And then again, a pinch of salt, and then it says 2 pecans or walnut halves, which also is in the ingredients as far as like the 3 points, which I'm not going to put on there. Oh, this is teeny tiny little bit. Oh my goodness. It does say in the recipe, if you like streusel, double this. Yeah, that would be a good idea because there's like hardly anything in there. So what it says to do is to take your mug, which my mug is all about being a pharmacist. It says, proud to be a pill counting, prescription dispensing, advice giving pharmacist, which, okay, yeah, maybe. Anyway, you're supposed to put 2/3 of this mix in the bottom of your container, your bowl. mug, however you want to look at it. Uh-oh. And then put your streusel in on top. Let's see if you put all of it in. No. Sprinkle in 2/3 of the streusel. There's no sprinkling involved, but okay. It's too wet to be sprinkled, but that's okay. Put the rest of this in. A fork was not maybe the best of options for this. It's kind of stuck in there really well. Apparently I should have used a spoon. Oh my goodness, I'm making a mess. Okay, and then you're supposed to put in the rest of your topping. Okay, so if you didn't want to microwave this, it says to heat your oven to 330 degrees and to cook it for 12 to 13 minutes in the oven or about a minute in your microwave. So I'm gonna go stick this in the microwave. Another recipe that I was reading did say that you should let it sit for about 5 minutes in the microwave after you've cooked it for 1 minute because it's super, super, super hot. I don't know about that. So I'm going to go and cook that and see what it looks like, and I'll bring it back to you guys to taste it in just a minute. Alrighty guys, so I got it out of the microwave and I took a little knife and went around the edges. If I had a little tiny plastic spatula, I would have used that. I would prefer not to use a knife in my mug, but anyways, so that's what it looks like. And I do believe it's going to come out. Yeah, sure did. It's not very pretty though. It's really not very pretty. Okay, so maybe don't use buckwheat flour because it's not pretty to look at all. But there she be. So let's see what we got here. Oh, it's a great consistency. Holy cow. Well, I'll be doggone, guys. That's just like a muffin. See? Oh, and it's good. I don't know why I'm so surprised. I kind of expect most of Chocolate Covered Katie's recipes to be wonderful, but I'm pleasantly surprised. This is actually very good. Yeah, other than being visually not very appealing, the taste is great. Oh, a gray coffee cup. Coffee cake, mug cake, something like that. Anyway, I'm gonna go enjoy my 3 points. Her picture is very pretty. Mine, not so much, but it's kind of neat, kind of exciting, kind of different. I would suggest you guys give this a try. Use a prettier flour, for real. But flavor-wise, it's very good. So yeah, that's it for me for today, guys. I'm gonna go, tonight we're gonna be making a tuna, T-O-O-N-A, tuna casserole. Probably, more than likely. I found several recipes. I really want to make one. I found several recipes. I can't follow a Weight Watchers recipe because, oh my gosh, I don't know how they're coming up with it being feasible to do, but it's got like sour cream and mayonnaise, and yes, they're fat-free and everything, but if I was to use the vegan equivalents, just the sour cream alone for the vegan equivalent of it was like 39 points. I was like, that's not gonna happen. So we're going to use a light and healthy version of it from a different website that should have a lot less points, and it should be a whole lot healthier. So we will get that made and put that together. We'll talk to you again tomorrow or tonight. Bye guys.